Heidi ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today along with
Mint Hill Tina.
Yep, friends and neighbors, we are going to do a tutorial today on all the work that we have done on this house here over the years, okay? This was Mint Hill Tina's mother's house, and she has sold the house and moved away to bigger and better things. But we have done a lot of work here over the years, and with all the stuff out of the house, it's a good time to kind of showcase what we've done and talk about it. And this will be a good memory for us to have and for her to watch this video as well, and maybe for some people out there to maybe learn something from some of the stuff that we've done. And we'll actually tag some of our older videos into this video down in the description, because we've made several videos over the years of this house, and we'll put all the links down below. Now, first of all, this here room, the kitchen, we done a total makeover back in about 2010 or 11, I can't remember. This house was built in the 60s. So this house had the 1960s original kitchen in it, and it had green countertops, and it had hand-built cabinets, you know, that were made out of pine, and they ran all the way to the ceiling. And it had, I can't even remember what kind of floor, it had a linoleum floor is what it had in here. And the biggest problem, what we started with in this kitchen was a soft, spongy floor near the sink, okay? We were going to figure out what was going on there, so we decided we were gonna replace some cabinets. We got in there, we figured out that we had a floor that was half rotted, or actually part of it was rotted. We had a floor joist that was bad. And all that was caused from a cast iron or black iron pipe drain, you know, original drain pipe that had eroded away, and over time, from using the sink, water had dripped and started rotting the floor. So what we done, I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit because this is gonna be crazy. We tore the whole floor up. We replaced the joist. We replaced all the subfloor and everything. We put hardy board down and we tiled this floor, okay? So just, you know, we put a brand new tile floor down. We had all the cabinets out of here. So we tiled all the way to the wall, because I figured if we ever was another water leak, it'll run it back on the floor where you can see it again. Turn right around, we'll show them a quick clip of, we ended up tiling all the way through this foyer right here and laying down a real beautiful medallion in the foyer here as well. We kind of tied that in when we done the kitchen. Okay, come on back in here and I'll tell you what, first of all, we'll take a look at this little pantry. I'm kind of proud of this little pantry here. We tiled the floor inside here, and we made these custom shelves here out of, what do you call it, the melamine board.
And it was originally a coat closet.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, see, we left the
That's
rod
right,
up there
It was just
in
a
case
coat
anybody
closet.
wanted to convert it back.
Yep. And we built all these shelves, and I cut them out with a jigsaw, you know, where it could maximize all the space in here as well. And we put the melamine tape on there, made these look really nice. And this is like a little pantry for them. Had all their food goods and everything in there as well. Put a little light in here. Was that a little battery operated light? Does that still work?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's
I don't know if
off.
it
The
is.
battery must have died.
Must have died. Okay, anyway. Come on back in here. We'll take a look. We'll talk a little bit more about what we've done. Okay, guys. Hey, we're back here. I'm trying to remember all the things we have done to this room that I want to speak about. One thing was the ceiling. This ceiling had a popcorn ceiling up here, okay? So we scraped all that off. And then when we went to put a coat of primer on there, we had a problem with the paint that was underneath there from a heated ceiling. It had gotten so brittle it started pulling off and sticking to the roller and re-sticking to itself, and made a huge mess. So what I ended up doing was getting at least one coat of primer on this whole ceiling, and then I let it dry really good. And then I chalked lines, and I made myself like 2 foot by 2 foot squares on here. And I started skimming with some joint compound. I thinned down some joint compound and actually filled in everywhere across here and sanded it and got this ceiling perfectly smooth. And then we put another coat of primer on it and 2 coats of ceiling paint. So this ceiling ended up having a lot of labor in it. And it was all because of that old heated ceiling that they used in the 1960s. And we since then have actually disconnected the heated ceiling out of the breaker on this whole house. We took all the breakers out for that and dislocated that. But anyway, so more things that we've done in here. Behind this wall, like I was telling you, there was sheetrock that actually had gotten some black mold on it. We ripped all the sheetrock from 4 foot across, 4 foot up to the ground, all the way across here. Replaced all that sheetrock, done all the mudding and sanding, and behind the original cabinets, they had never finished any of the sheetrock, so we had to go back and finish sheetrock work from 1960, and then we purchased these cabinets and custom hung these and put up the backsplashes. Let's bring it over here to this backsplash. I'm kind of proud of this, what we done. We used, this is what we done. What do you call this? I can't even remember.
I don't remember what it's called.
The name of this when you get the little, I can't remember, but anyway, we bought it, we designed it how we wanted it, and ran all this backsplash here. I think it turned out pretty good. So friends, that's the kitchen area that we done. Let's see, we hung this ceiling fan, 36-inch ceiling fan, and we hung this light fixture here. And over here, actually, this was located kind of off center. We moved the wiring and moved this over top of a table that they had to make it more centrally located. And I guess, is there anything else we want to talk about in this room?
No.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next room. Okay, folks, hey, we're in the dining room area now. And in this room here, we hung up a brand new light fixture. We also repainted all the walls in this room at one time. And we pulled up all the carpet and put down this Allure flooring. It is a 1/8 inch thick vinyl flooring that has like sticky, 2 corners are sticky up, 2 corners are sticky down, and you lock this stuff in place. It makes a pretty nice floor. This room here that she's backing into now is I guess you call this the living room?
Yes.
Same thing we done, we painted the walls in this room. We put the flooring in here as well. We hung this piece of furniture up to the wall. We had a television mounted here on the TV stand. And just some, and these thresholds here. I want to talk about these thresholds. We made these thresholds out of oak boards, okay? I took,
custom made.
Custom made them. I took them down to my dad's house and we cut the angle on the table saw, and then I sanded them, stained them, urethaned them, and we made one here. We also made one right in here in this room as well. This little threshold here going up to the, because it had to kind of transcend up to the tile flooring that's in the kitchen. So we made those little thresholds as well.
And here are the curtains with the curtain rod with the video that... Yes,
I have a very popular video, friends, on how to install a curtain rod. It's probably one of my most popular videos. Yeah. It's got a ton of hits. I think it's got several 100,000. And these are the curtain rods that we hung up and when we made that video.
We did it on this side also, so they match.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever made a video on putting them on that side. I had forgot we put them there as well.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, ready to head to the next room?
Yeah, let's head. Okay, friends, here is a little half bath. This is actually the very first thing I think that we actually remodeled here about 10 years ago. I think there was some sheetrock damage here, and we had to do some sheetrock work on this wall. If I remember correctly, we
had some pipe issues.
Yeah, some pipe issues. I think that's right. We actually repaired a couple pipes or something too. I can't remember.
Yeah, on this wall too.
Yeah. Put a new toilet in here. We put Allure flooring in this room too. This is the first time I had ever used the Allure flooring. And this is the pattern that we used, and it turned out really good.
We also put this in that backsplash.
Yep, the sink went in place. This little cabinet is brand new. And this here was my first time at trying to do some kind of backsplash out of tile, and I think it turned out pretty good. And it's held up really well over the years. We hung that mirror, we hung that light fixture right there. What else did we do? Okay, over here.
Yeah, we switched this door.
I built this door, remember?
Yeah, because it did open on this side.
That's right, it did. So we built this door out of a piece of... We shifted it because
it was too hard to get in and out of the closet on that side.
Yep, out of a piece of melamine. We built these shelves here out of melamine. I forgot about that. Looks like we custom made these. Yeah. We put a turn up on that so things couldn't fall off down there because there's some ductwork right here.
Right.
That runs underneath the steps from going upstairs to the other floor. And looks like that door needs to be adjusted a little bit now. Since
this was dead space, you built some shelves right there?
Yep, put a few shelves in there. Yep.
Decorative things there.
Yep, turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, let's move on. Folks, this here was, what kind of doors they had up here?
They had bifold doors, and it came to right to the edge of this washing machine.
That's right, it sure did.
There was a wall there, there was a wall over, and then you had bifold doors in front of it.
That's right, and it was like dead space in here that you couldn't really get in here.
And then just two shelves right above.
Yeah,
there were two shelves.
That's right, it's just two shelves that were like just a couple brackets, and one's like a 2x8 or something. Right. I think. So what we did, I figured out we could open this on up. This is a non-supported wall, and I think I just built a new header. I pulled the paneling off, and we just reused it, and built just a 2x4 header across there. There's nothing really load-bearing, and opened this all the way up. Okay, and then we painted this paneling in here. We primed it, got a coat of paint on it, and then we put these shelves in here. We bought melamine shelves, and I think actually we put the melamine tape, we radius these where you wouldn't hit your elbow on them or something.
Or your head.
Or your head. And we just made these look really nice. And has shelves all the way up here, so they got to use this area a lot better than it was before.
Oh yeah, and you installed this light because it was still kind of dark down here.
This right, yeah, I forgot. So we put a light fixture up there.
Nice brighter light so that we could see better.
That's right, I remember that now. Okay. So yeah, I thought this is a really cool little thing that we done here. I mean, opening that up just really made that.
It made a huge difference.
Yeah, and it just really looked good. So we've done some cool things here. Now, I guess we're gonna go ahead and go to the last thing that we've done, and I think I'm probably the most proud of it, I think. So let's move on. Okay, folks, we're in the last room of the house. I think it's probably one of the last things we worked on in this house too, I think. And this was like 2 years ago, or maybe 3, maybe 2018. We redone this room, and it started.
Actually, it was April 2019.
19? Okay, cool. 2019. All right, now this started from a water leak from the upstairs bathroom that tore this whole ceiling up in this general area that I'm waving my hand here. It got so wet that it just started falling down right here in front of everything. Now this room also had the heated ceiling, the 2-layer sheetrock with the wire in the middle ceiling, okay? And there was no repairing it. We had to take everything down in this whole room. And there's a video on here of me demoing all this, okay? It was a mess. But we ripped this whole ceiling down out of this room and put up brand new sheetrock and finished it, sanded it, painted it, got all that looking good. This room actually had paneling in it. Come over here, get a little closer where they can see that this is just regular old wood paneling, okay? And so what we did is we scuffed it. There's a video of us showing how to redo paneling, okay? And what I did, we washed it, scuffed it with a Scotch-Brite and maybe sandpaper, maybe like wet sanding it a little bit. Got it good and clean. We primed it with a stain blocker. Kills stain blocker is what you want to use on it. Got at least one good coat. We might even put 2 on, I can't remember now. And then we actually started painting with the color that we wanted to. We put a new door up here in the back. This room also had carpet in it, and all this carpet come up, and we put the Allure flooring down here as well in this room, and put up new baseboard and shoe mold in this room as well. We put up all the new crown molding around the top. I don't believe it had any crown molding before, did it? Or had a different
Well, it
type.
did because of the paneling.
It
They
had the
still had to
paneling.
have.
Yeah, we put new crown up all the way around here.
But I really like the fact that you found the right color for that shoe molding in front of the fireplace. You can't, I don't know if people can see, you colored it, remember you stained
I
that
stained
shoe
it,
molding?
yeah, I think we did.
So it would blend nicely
Yeah, we
in
found a
front of the
color.
fireplace.
Yeah, we found a stain that actually matched up pretty close, and we
Yeah, it just
stained it in yours,
disappears
maybe.
right in there.
Yeah.
And then I like
Now, I want to talk about one
the
more
threshold.
thing.
I want to show
Oh,
them
yeah.
that.
Another
Because you
one.
custom made that one.
Yep, another little custom-made threshold here, to where we could bring it up to the level of the door. Because when we put the new door in there, you know, the thresholds actually stick up a little higher, and we wanted Betty not to stump her toe on this as she was walking in and out, so we wanted to put a little extra little threshold right there on the inside.
We put that storm door in too.
Yeah, sure did.
A really nice storm door.
Yeah. I want to talk about one more thing over here, folks. This set of steps here, kind of proud of the way they turned out. I don't know if we ever made a video on this or not. We might have. These steps used to be rickety. They had carpet on them, but they were springy walking up and down these steps. So when we ripped all the carpet out of this room, these things looked terrible, okay? And instead of buying new treads, we ended up pulling them all up and inspecting them. And we found that underneath here, they didn't really have it framed very well. They didn't even have any type of center support here. So I built some framing to actually frame up all this. I can't remember exactly how I did it now, but I didn't run a new runner, but I used 2x4s to like catch everything so it transfers the weight and everything. I can't remember exactly what I did. Maybe we can go back and watch that video and figure out what I did. But we ended up, we painted these runners and then painted all the backboards here, caulked everything really good. Tina found these carpet treaders on Amazon, and these just turned out good. I mean, you can see these steps are solid. I mean, before they would creak and make all kinds of noise. You know, I'm about 250 plus man, you know, and that thing would creak and make all kinds of racket going up and down, but they're just really solid now. So I'm real proud of this room, the way it turned out. A lot of work went into it. Probably not as much as in the kitchen, but I think just from what this used to look like with the paneling and everything, it just really, to me, it turned out to be a nice room. What do you think?
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You did a great job. We also painted these railings here.
Yeah.
And you also took down the handrail here and the one upstairs, and you sanded these down and refinished them for us too.
Okay, I don't remember.
You've done so much stuff you don't remember.
Yep. A lot of work went in here.
Yes, it has.
So there's going to be a new owner now, and hopefully they'll enjoy all this. So, friends, we just wanted to show you this little tutorial here, and hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, we'll put links down below of all the videos that we made actually doing this work. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time. Take care.